We in the bathroom.
So peace and abundance. Look, you will meet the best people wherever you go. The ladies, and look at the queen. Look at the queen.
Thank you, Joe.
And tell me your husband's name.
Walter King Tut Johnson. Follow him on all platforms. I am his wife and his manager, Coach Coco, aka Mac Mama. For those who know.
Yes.
And make sure y'all tune in because my baby's book is about to drop September 8th. Second Chances, First Responsibility. How I rebuilt my life inside and out of prison. It's gonna be fire. He's giving personal stories. He's giving workbook edition. So if you have people that's inside, women or men, it's all the same. They can use this. They can learn from his mistakes, learn from how he got through 28 years of prison.
Say that again. How many?
Color pictures, 28 years of prison.
God bless.
Color pictures, okay? And you know the pictures cost to put in the book. So we need y'all to support.
Yes.
And we're working on his documentary now, Walter King Tut Johnson. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
And my beautiful sister, I just met her, but I feel so. Are you Aquarius?
No, I'm a Leo.
My mom was a Leo.
Ow.
Beautiful spirits.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
Aquarius.
yes.
And make sure whatever she's doing, we're going to do it with her and follow her and make sure y'all stay tuned.
Yes.
Black excellence.
Look, everything is divine order. Just show up and be ready.
That's right.
Because we met in the right place.
That's right.
It's in the ladies' room. And the queens are gonna blow up real soon.
That's right.
So
Send me this
understand.
so I can put it on my platform.
Okay. Holy.
They look a little bit different from you guys, and we speak a little bit different from you guys. But trust me, my heart and soul belongs to this community. When I opened my first store, it was the money that I saved from delivering pizzas and working as an engineer. And I remember that I had enough. I calculated that I can survive 90 days without making a sale. And here I am today in the company of these beautiful people over here. This is the community that embraced me from day one, and I'm so grateful for all the support that you have given me, and I'm proud of the fact that from that little company, we are at a point that we donate 1,000 coats every year to this community. And I make sure that these coats go to the people that belong, that need it the most. So we go to every borough. I'm proud to have done these coat drives with Raekwon, Fat Joe, Remy Ma, Papoose, and the list goes on and on. And I'm so humbled that I'm here in the company of legends today. Thanks a lot for supporting us.
Have been so magnificent. So I'm not going to say mine because I have mine written down. Like I'm just going to go off the head. First of all, I just want to thank everybody in the music business. And yes, I started as a background singer for Miss Mary J. Blige, who was my sister. Then after background, I started writing songs. Then after that, I started managing her. And now I'm her COO. And I just do everything that's our legacy, and she changed, my sister changed our family's life. My brother Brucey is here, I want to thank him. We have so many things going on film, and she just changed my whole life. Peckers, Charlene, I've been in the music business for over 30 years, and I'm not done yet. We still have so many things going on, and it's just incredible. Like I was listening to all the people in here who have been doing this for so very long, like people before us. You know, I heard him say Father MC, you know, leaders of the new school, like just all these things like that. That's music, that's life. But Mary was the queen of hip hop and R&B soul. She came in a little funky, a little different. She wasn't scared because we came from nothing, but we came from something because we had our family, our family with us, and I just feel like she just brought a different era in music, and she just changed lives for women in general because it's a little rough for us in this business. So I come from the business aspect. I run shit. I run stuff. I make the deals. You know, I do the numbers. I write songs. I'm a songwriter. You know, publishing. I want the young people to know, and I want people to know, publishing is very important. Publishing is so important. Write your own songs. You know, it's so good. That's your legacy later. I can pass these things on to my children. You know, I want to thank my husband, Zenas. It's rough being in the music business and being married for 32 years. Charlene Thompson, my brother Bruce, my friends Karen and Yvonne, Shaka, just everybody out here. Peckers. Ooh, Peckers, that flow though. I was on that flow, Peckers. That flow was moving. But I just want to say thank you. And I just want to say we're not done. We're all still young and we're not done. And yes, I did hear the young man talking about the orange person. Yes, we have a lot to do, guys. This generation, we have to stick together and we have to really get him out of there. We have to get him out of there, you know, and everything. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a good night.
Boss, say a few words.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Shauna. Get some love to the DJ, please. Now, I just want to say a little something quick. I lived in Europe for 13 years. I went over there to study Shakespeare after I was getting typecast as a gang member in Hollywood. And while I was over there, I did a movie, and I was in Eastern Europe, Bulgaria. And I went to get some supplies at a department store, and I walked in there, and keep in mind, I'm in Bulgaria. People don't speak English in Bulgaria. I walk into this department store, and they're playing some Lords of the Underground. And this is in early 90s. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, it wasn't the kind of music that you should be playing in a department store that they were playing. But they didn't know that, because what they felt was they felt the music. Anybody who could speak English in there, you could tell they could speak English because they were like this. But and then I remember thinking, I wonder if our brothers and sisters know how far their music travels. These people couldn't speak English, but they could feel the music. So I don't want to talk about the music, the music of power, music and power. I want to talk about the power of music. The vibrations. I'm in the northern France working on another project. This little kid could not speak English, but he knew every single word to these rap songs. And I'm just thinking, do these brothers know how far their music is traveling? And when you are a person of color and you are an African American and you travel outside of America, you realize one thing really quickly, is that sometimes the best place to be an African American is outside America. It's rather ironic. It's rather ironic. Because when you go there, they appreciate you for what you are. They hear the music. They're not looking at complexion. They see the talent. And when I say that, I feel a little bad because I'm American and I embrace it. The first time I went to Africa, I stepped off the plane. I was in Kenya, and I wanted to kiss the ground. I felt it pulling me down, but there were some white people behind me, so I kept walking. But I felt it. It was real. But when I got there, I realized a few things. One, I didn't speak the language. I didn't know the culture. I didn't know the religion. I didn't particularly like the food. I realized that I'm not African. I'm African American. And so now I have to embrace this American country, this thing that we built. This thing that gave America such an advantage that other countries couldn't compete with it because we built it with free labor. So since we built it, we got to embrace it. This is our country. This is our country. And when it comes to culture, living in Europe, I realized something else. Black culture is American culture. Black culture is American culture. When you think about opera, that ain't American, that's European. You think about ballet, that's European. When you think about American culture, it is black culture. And so I think we ought to be proud of that, lean into it, own it. Don't let them take this country away from us. We built this bad boy, we own it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Salute. What's up, everybody? You know, this is my big brother right here. Sometimes people think I'm the oldest, but this is my big brother. He knows this. He's actually the one who put Lords of the Underground together in college, right? I was in a group with Redman as my DJ back then, so he took me away from Redman. You know, just to be in a room like this, we talk about legacy all the time. You know, we talk about what have we added to the culture. You know, when I see Grandmaster Kaz over there, salute to you, big homie. Salute, salute, salute to you. When I see Special Ed, come on, man. You know, when I see some of you guys in here, and please don't blame it on this big old brown head of mine if I didn't say your names, because all of you've added to the culture in some way, some form, some fashion. That one, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? Storm, what's happening? It's just an honor for me to be able, all the way down to Graf. I don't know if Graf is still in here, but it's an honor to be able to be in a room with people that you looked up to, and now their children are looking up to you. You know, and to be able to call these people peers. Like when I say I love hip hop, man, I love hip hop so much that it will never leave me. So much so that I get called to the principal's office all the time. And I'll say this, right? In 2022, I became the first platinum selling hip hop artist to ever win an elected official seat in the United States of America. By winning in Newark, New Jersey, where I grew up, where I was born, where I stood on them corners at, now the police I used to run from are under me. My driver, I was trying to get to sleep in the car here, and the driver, my phone kept ringing, and all of my calls were about police tonight for some reason, public safety, to where the driver was like, "Are you a police officer?" And it just made me go, wow, I used to run from these guys. Now they're calling me to ask me permission to do things. But that's hip hop. I'm not saying it to like brag or nothing, but I am hip hop. I come from that. Tupac told me back in 1994 in Orlando, Florida, he said that we gotta become legislators. I'm like, man, I ain't no legislator, I'm a rapper. What are you talking about? He was like, no, if we don't make the laws for us, they will be made for us. So I'm not going to stay long, man. I just want to say thank you to this beautiful lady here, Shayna. Me and Shayna have been in earthquakes together. Like, this is my girl, man. And I'm honored just to be able to call you Dr. Matt, man. Salute to you. Public advocate, being a hip hop lover. This is what it's about, man. I'm do it all, do pray Kelly, Councilman Kelly in the great city of Newark, New Jersey, but I will forever be Lords of the Underground to keep you cheap rocking. Where's Storm at? Where's Storm? Storm be hiding, man.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of history on me, all right? So, how many people in here from the Bronx? Yeah. Who knows something about Skate Key? Okay, and you know, skating backwards, you know, all that. That song, that's what I was doing, all right? But I want to welcome Turk. You want to say a few words?
Hey, how you guys doing? I just, when we talk about brotherly love, I want to get to something that's really, really important and powerful. Listen, I'm very proud of what we've been able to accomplish. We were the first hip-hop group to go from being rappers to strictly R&B singers, and we had some tremendous success. And I owe it all to this man right here. I wasn't part of Bugging's success. I wasn't a rapper. I'm a singer, and I was damn good at it. But for him to step aside when the record label decided to make that transition and say, Turk, this is what you do, and allow me the opportunity to come and make part of that transition. And we still cool to this day. A lot of A lot of artists don't have a relationship, and I got to give praises to the other members who couldn't be here, Craze, DJ Silver Spinner, and Jazzy Jazz. But when we talk about unity, we still have that. And I'm glad to see that you guys still have it as well. And when we talk about what hip hop has done, and it's giving me the platform to go on and the work that we do as filmmakers and producers and things like that, I got to really, really show love, because some brothers wouldn't do that. Some brothers, when you're passionate about something, they wouldn't step aside and say, hey, you know what, man, you guys continue to do what you do, and I'm just going to take a step back. But I wanted to give my brother his props, because this is what he did for us, and this was the original member. Nobody knows that he was the original member of UTFO. He was the original member of UTFO, got a football scholarship at Oklahoma Sooner. And UTFO and Full Force managers like, nah, you want to go to college. But Unity, again, East Flatbush, Kango was like, yo, we're going to make it happen. And that's how he put Whistle together, because that unity on the block. So I got to have my man Duke say some words, man. Appreciate it.
This October is going to make 41 years from the time we started this whole project. I actually transferred from Oklahoma because my dad passed away my freshman year. So I left there and I went to the University of Maryland. So I used to come back and forth to New York because we had to go to the studio. Once we got to the studio and we made that record, what happened to us is that I said, I gotta stop college. I'm not going back. I withdrew. Good thing I withdrew. We went to Europe 3 times. I would have failed out, for real. But I want to say that I'm very honored for this. We're being honored right now. And it's big time for me, because when we started this whole hip hop thing, the only thing I was concerned about is being the best entertainer there was. I didn't even care if I was the best rapper. I never tried to be the best rapper, but I did try to be one of the best entertainers. I always felt once you get on the stage, you have people that come into rooms, they're sad, they're stressed out, there's things wrong, and I always believe that if I can get them to remove all of that before they leave the building, I did my job. And that's why I'm very glad with Turk, because I told Turk, I said, yo, listen, you do it way better than me. He can sing. I was a voice guy. All I cared about was walking around and rocking the crowd and making sure everybody's having a good time. But these guys, they're my boys. We're on a chat and we're still friends. And it's not a lot of groups.
Okay, so here you go. We have, this is Jamal from Councilmember Riley's office. They basically, because we mentioned they're still going over this vote, Lachelle, your phone, they're still in the meeting. So Jamel is here to present that. Here you go.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Good evening, everyone. Come on now. We're here to celebrate hip-hop royalty now. Come on. Tonight we honor someone whose impact is measured not only by the relationships he's built, but by the opportunities he's created and the culture he's helped move forward. There's no better recipient than the Culture Connector Award than Sean Pecos Costner. And with that, I'd like to share just a few words. Widely regarded within the music and entertainment community as a talented connector, Mr. Costner is known for bringing people together across music, nightlife, sports, and culture. Over many years, he has built trusted relationships and is a facilitator who helps introductions grow into lasting collaborations. His reputation is grounded in consistency and the ability to help the right people form partnership at the right time, opening the door to culturally relevant and creatively resonant ventures. The New York City Council honors and congratulates Sean Pecos Costner upon receiving the Music and Power Culture Connector and Influencer Award. Everybody, please stand up and give a round of applause for my man Pecos. Shout out to the Bronx too.
Thank you. He must be very young because his font was very little. When you're young, your font be very little.
I knew it was real when Johnny Nunez was here. And when Johnny Nunez is in the building, you know it's real. It's a real thing. First of all, I would like to Preserve Our Legacy and Pele Pele. Thank you, Shayna. Thank you, Christian from Pele Pele. Thank you, guys. The crazy thing about the room is that, you know, Datwan came up here and thanked everybody, right? I don't feel like I could thank everybody. I'm gonna tell you why. And the reason why is because we all grew up together. This was like school for us. This was a hangout. This was a party, right? We all came together like as kids in the room when it came to hip hop, right? Shari, 16, I'm a little older than that, but like T, right? Like, yo, we was hanging, you know what I'm saying? Laws of Underground, all these artists that trying, like, this wasn't work for us. You gotta remember at that point in our lives when we were doing this, this was just like fun. It was culture, it was a hangout. And first of all, I wanna thank all of y'all for that. Like, I grew up with y'all hanging out. We made a business of this, but this was a culture that we created amongst ourselves as Black and Latinos, as street hustlers, as artists, as executives. Like, there was no money, right? But this wasn't money. We did this to fucking enjoy ourselves and party. And we told our moms, you tell your mom, I'm going to a club. Your mom said, you making some money? Nah, I ain't making no money. I'm just going to, I'm going to figure it out. But we figured it out. We figured it out, you know? And the thing that we got to do with this business now is we got to teach our kids. There's no kids here. There's no kids. I mean, okay, but I'm sorry. She look grown though. She look grown. What I'm saying is we gotta bring our kids to the next thing because they gotta understand what we went through in our lives so that way we can push it forward. So I just wanna thank everybody. I wanna thank you guys so much. So the crazy thing about me is I grew up 5 miles from here. I'm from Soundview, right? And when I grew up 5 miles from here, I'm from the Soundview though.
That's right.
And I grew up 5 miles from here, and my best friend Chicken Rob is here with me. He spent 25 plus years of his life in college, you know what I'm saying? But he never got to see this part of my life. We grew up together 15, 16, we ran the streets. We never got to see this part, the part that we did. So when they asked me who I wanted to bring my guest tonight, I wanted to bring my brother with me tonight. Because I wanted him to see what he always taught me to be as a man in the street that would convert into where I'd be the executive. Rob, I love you. This is for you today, my brother. It's important. Your friends are important. You keep your circle tight, you move on. I'm gonna make it quick though. Anyway, I want to thank all the artists that got, and everybody that got their awards today, and all the people that got their awards today. I love you guys because we all came up together. And I want to say something. I'm a fan of you guys. Like, I ran in here, I'm seeing all these, I was like, God damn, you used to be a skate. By the way, you better say Skate Palace, because we from the Bronx. I know you said Skate Key, but Skate Palace was our joint, if you was local. So we want to give love to that. And I just want to say thank you again. Let's all give back to the Hip Hop Museum. Very important, because we're the only culture that doesn't have their own museum to give back. Rocky, what you're doing is important. Ruben Diaz and I went to high school together. We fought. Me and that guy stood on the corner, fought Italians, we fought Albanians, and for what he's done, and you guys do for, that's real. I'm from the Bronx. Real. I'm the fake Fat Joe, but you know, I got a bar. Everybody knows I'm the fake Fat Joe. But it's important, Rock, that we give back to that community because our kids will never learn what we went through in our lifetime to help build what we built today. So that's important. So let's give that back. Another thing that I think is important and I have to say is that Latinos are a very big part of hip hop. We always go through this thing like, we grew up with Latinos. I'm Puerto Rican, my best friend is black. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about how important that they say that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we all grew up together in the same neighborhood, going up to Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. Everybody's a part of this culture. and we need to take this culture together and move it on for our kids, all right? So, pa'lante, siempre pa'lante. Let's go. I love you guys. God bless and thank you again. God bless.